Hey, True Believers, England Teen here with another new comic book review. In this case, DC, How to Lose a Guy Gardner in 10 Days. It's their Valentine's Day special $9.99 thing. These things are usually, at best, a mixed bag and generally just bad. I'm going to do this a little different. We're going to rank the stories from worst to best. So kick back, relax, let's get this party started.
I know you're gonna dig this. Dig this.
Starting at 8, the worst of the worst is Golden Pairs starring Booster Gold. It's written by Danny Lore, art and color by Ted Brandt and Rose Stein. This is a character butchering, sure. Blue Beetle and Booster Gold are a comedic pair, but they're not stupid. Even the fact that Booster Gold is kind of a little boisterous, he's not stupid, and this is just a character assassin. Booster Gold starts a dating service and then just is stupid. And I mean, I'm not saying like, well, okay, I didn't like it, therefore it's stupid. I mean, literally the character is treated as dumb. It's like a Saturday morning cartoon that hated the comics. Number 7 is the Wonder Woman story where she's not quite sure what Americans are doing about love in the man's world and such. Oh my gosh, you just overplay it. And we see a lot of people saying, please, Wonder Woman, be my Valentine. And that's where it gets silly and stupid. At one point in time, Gorilla Grodd is asking her. It's like, why? He wouldn't be doing this. Neither would Cheetah. It's just, and that kind of pulled me out of the story because ultimately it's just another case of them not knowing the characters. And I think more importantly and worse off is they don't care about character motivations and such. And that kind of brings it down. It destroys it. It tells that the writer honestly just wanted to be cute and not good. At number 6, we have The Flash in Too Many Dates, and this one's by somebody named Marguerite Sauvage. And this is Groundhog Day for The Flash. He's dating Iris, and he just keeps going back in time using the treadmill to get the date perfect, and then realizing it doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be genuine. This comes off preachy as freaking hell, man. Also, I'm not a big fan of the pastel thing that seems to be going on in a lot of these comic books that ultimately are slice of life. This has some action in it, but ultimately, yeah, slice of life. I'm not, once again, not a big fan. Groundhog Day, yeah, I'm a fan of that. I think that's kind of cool, but put it to The Flash, colored in pastels, not so much. Coming in at number 5, we've got Love's a Stretch, starring Plastic Man, written by Dennis Hopeless and art by Baldemir Rivas. I believe that was the name. I probably butchered the hell out of it. That being said, this is all about Plastic Man trying to find love and going from one bad date to another, all the while talking to the person that we all see it's coming that they're going to get together. But along the way, they try to be comedic. In some cases, they succeed. In some cases, they fail. Overall, I think the ending was fine. It does get a little preachy at the end as with the young lady talking to him. I think it's okay. This is the perfect place for it, right in the middle. Not bad, not great. Next up at number 4, we've got Never Been Kissed, starring John Constantine, and written by Alex Gaylor and art by Derek Charm. And this is basically two kids. It's Constantine as a kid with his friend Gaze, I think it was Gaz, and they're just talking about all the women they snogged, and of course they haven't done anything. That's Kiss, by the way. And so they go about trying to find a woman to kiss. And at some point in time, yeah, John Constantine says, hey, why don't we just try it and get it over with? And I mean, okay, it's a kid. He doesn't know better at that point. I gotta say, the very last page, however, is probably the best example of love in this entire comic book. The third best is the Red Tornado story, and I gotta say, first of all, it's called Robots Are Red, Androids Are Blue. It's written by Aaron J. Waltka and art by Ivan Shavrin, and this marks where I'm going, hey, these stories are good from here on in. Now, this one isn't the best of them, obviously. This is Red Tornado, and he meets an AI that was created by Batman. And she's talking about how, oh, well, you know, you should get and go talk to this woman that you used to love, but he's become more robotic, so he's afraid. When he gets there, he finds out that she's dating Magnus from the Metal Men. And the AI is like, hey, well, at least you got closure, and now you can fall in love with me because my AI is based on the woman you've always loved. Very basic story. Like I said, it's entertaining, it's enjoyable, it was all right. Overall, yeah, pretty damn good. Better than these books usually have and deserve. Coming in at number 2, we have the title story, the titular one. Okay, so it's How to Lose a Guy Gardner in 10 Days. We know the story, but the point being is it doesn't tell it right. They were like, oh, I got a clever title. So they do the falling in love bit, but they don't do the trying to get rid of them. That's the whole point of How to Lose a Guy. She ends up being obnoxious. In this case, Guy Gardner's the obnoxious one. They wasted the title. I'm sure they thought they had a cute thing going and this dropped it. That being said, what we get is actually pretty good. Where Guy Gardner's a jerk, Vicky Vale is writing him off as one, and then of course we see the Guy Gardner that actually fell in love with ice. He's more than just a one-note pony, and that's how the story ends. It's, like I said, it's pretty good. It's not the greatest in the world, but for this book, yeah, pretty damn good. And the number 1 story in How to Lose a Guy Gardner in 10 Days is Date Night, written by George Mann and Leonardo Rodriguez, starring Nightwing, Batgirl, and, well, the Batgirls. They're all named the same now for some reason. But we've seen this before a lot as well. They go out on a date. Hey, no bat talk. And, of course, something happens where they've got to suit up. And they join the Spoiler and the Orphan, I think she's being called. Because I don't want to call everyone Batgirl who's ever been a Batgirl. Come on, give them their own identity. That's one big problem I have. Also, you got to wonder, are you going to get masculine Batgirl or feminine Batgirl whenever you're dealing with a DC comic and a new writer? That being said, the story is good, like legitimately good, even though the premise is something we've seen before. They managed to handle it all right, and it's fun. Now, granted, they're going against Scarecrow, and I don't think he's a 10-page story person, but they handle that fine as well. Overall, like I said, the best of the bunch. Okay, and once again, as I said, overall, these books are at best a mixed bag. This is no exception. We had some horrible ones, we had some bad ones, we had an average here or there, and legitimately 3 decent ones. So, there you go. Would I recommend this? No. I wouldn't recommend what usually is a $10 price tag on 3 stories. That's what you get. I don't know if they made this smaller, maybe charge $3.99, $4.99 for it. Okay, I could recommend it, but as is at this price point, yeah, you'd be better off spending your money elsewhere. I hear there's a Godzilla Valentine's Day special. Maybe that's more up your alley, or Valiant has one. A lot of companies usually do around this time, but there you go. That's the best I can do on this. So let me know what you think. These are my opinions. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell if you haven't done it already. And if you don't mind helping out the channel in other ways, go on over to Ko-Fi, drop $1 in the till, maybe commission a video. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all the true believers, as you see their names pass by right here. Thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good day.